Ahoy there, matey! Welcome to my channel. And today I have a journal that you could either call At the Sea or you can call At the Beach. But in my mind I was thinking ocean, sea, but I was also thinking beach because, not everybody lives by the ocean or the sea, and not everybody lives by the beach. I don't live by either. But every now and then I get a chance to go to one. And so this is a journal featuring a new graphic collection that I just finished and put up in my Etsy shop. So I want to just do a flip through with you and show you the different techniques I used to decorate. As you can see here, I did a lot of dyeing, and what I used is I use Rit dye a lot. And these are the two colors I used throughout the whole journal. I've got Kelly Green and Kentucky Sky. And these are the only two colors I used. And I put them in a styrofoam, separately, in a styrofoam cup. Add water, dilute it, and then when I want something darker, I just put a little bit in the cap. And I use a paintbrush to brush things with. Sometimes on the paper, I did a lot of dyeing on the paper. I just kind of pour it on a little bit, mush it around. I may do a video to show you what I'm talking about so you can see. It's pretty easy, but what I wanted to get was the mottled, the blend. You can't blend them in the same cup of dye. They have to be separate, and you have to put them on your paper separately, but yet you want them all to blend. So this little journal measures 9 by 5, and I made the pages a little thin. And what I did here is I dyed some string with the Kelly Green, and I add a little blue to it to give it a sea blue color. And I wanted to show you some of the different materials I used. This is something off of a dress or a skirt, I don't know, a blouse. And I cut it apart. I did not have to dye it. I got it at Goodwill long time ago. I don't know when or where and which one, because I go to a lot of them. And I cut some of it apart and put it on here. I also dyed some cheesecloth, which was fun to do. And I did it in the blue and the green. So you can see, I think, you can see the blues and the greens, and it blended together. So I put some of that here, hopefully you can see it. And then this other thing is, I got a dress just last week that has this kind of design through the skirt. It was a little girl's dress, and I really debated about buying it because I thought, wow, I don't know if I'll ever use that. But I cut it apart. I did buy it because it was like $3. I cut it apart, and then I decided, well, hey, these look like something you could put seaweed, something like that. And I'll show you. Here is a part of one. I cut them apart. Let's see where else I've got them pretty. Oh, yes. Look at this page. That's them. I cut them apart here and cut them apart there with the string. I also dyed some vellum, which gives it a fun feel to the page. You know what I mean? I ripped all the pages. This is just regular computer paper, but it's 32 pound weight. I don't use the 20 pound. It's just too light. And for everything I want to do to a piece of paper, I want it to stand up and last quite a while. Here's some of the cheesecloth on the side here. And this is also, the spine is Tyvek. And this is an applique from somebody's dress. I've got a lot of this color, so when I can use it, I do. And all I did was rip 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper, and I dyed them with these two colors that I just showed you. So let me see. So this paper here is plain paper. It is not included in the collection because it's hand dyed. I couldn't give it to you, but I could give you this background paper here. There's 5 background papers, and they're all 8.5 by 11. So you can rip that up and have fun with it. You could put a picture here. You could put a journaling spot, but you do have a lot of places to write throughout the journal. And you can put pictures in here. I've made a couple of sailboat tags, and this is a little shanty shack on the ocean, and very pretty. And down here I also used tissue paper. I dyed tissue paper. Can you believe it? I did. I dyed it, and then I crumpled it up and I glued it, and I did that throughout. So whenever I get there, I'll show it to you. But this is the paper that I used. Just computer paper, 32 pound. I ripped it, then I dyed it, and this ripped it when it was wet. So here's and then I just ripped them, and I put pockets. Let's see what else. Oh, the vellum. Now I loved dyeing the vellum, because then I put that, let's see, did I put in, I did put some vellum here. Oh, and this, I meant to show you that too. This is off of somebody's dress. It was a big green dress that I bought last week, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's an ugly green. But here's one of the appliques. It was just kind of intriguing to me. I thought, wow, you could use that for a lot of different things if you cut it apart. And I love the gold that's sewn on. It's not glued on, it's sewn on. And so I made some fishies that go in the collection of different sizes, and I left some of the netting on here, and I glued these together. I also dyed them. I put some blue in. I dyed them with green and blue to give them, a shading color. Okay, so, and here's some more of that material down here. And I showed you this page. And this page, okay, I have, where did it go? Here it is. This is also from a dress. And this paper was ripping. It was weak, so I wanted to make it strong. And so I took some of these and I cut them apart and I glued them here. And I think they look like flowers from the sea, because here's some flowers, some sea stuff, some string. Here's a tag that comes already shaped for you in the collection with that design on it. And then over here, now I have these, I gave these to you bigger than what's here because I thought these were a little small, but you can always reduce them, because in the kit I give you separate single pictures. I give them to you also on an 8.5 by 11 that you can just print out, and I also have them in a PDF if that's what you need to use when you print things out. So however you resize things, you can make them bigger or smaller. It doesn't matter. And I made this into a pocket, and these are just some striped tags with nothing on the back. And this is the vellum here. And I like the way it crinkles. Kind of sounds like water. And then on these empty pages, I put some cheesecloth and some more of that applique. I can't really see what I'm doing in the camera, so if I'm off camera, I'm sorry. I don't know why it's glaring at me. But anyway, so I just kept ripping. And here I used, I'm going to take these out. Here I used a lot of the cheesecloth. And I thought if somebody had shells, pictures of shells, which I didn't have, you could put them on there easily. But I put some fish there and some more of this stuff. And some applique up here and a picture, which is included in the collection. And here is some more vellum, and I just ripped different sizes, and then I did ink it with inks to give it some shaded effect. And under here I put some cheesecloth and a little piece of what looks to me like seaweed. And then over here I decorated with cheesecloth and a fish. Oh, and I ripped up some sandpaper. I mean, we're at the beach, you gotta have sand. So sandpaper works really well. It looks so natural. Here's some vellum, and here's some cheesecloth with some of that applique, different color. And then over here, here's a lot of sand, and here's another sailboat tag. And here I've got the tissue paper and the fish and the seaweed. And then over here I did the string and vellum. And then over here, this is vellum. It is not a pocket, it's just a single page. And I put a picture here, some sandpaper, and embellished it a little bit. And then on this side, I put, these are included in the collection in their pockets. So I put that at the top for a tuck spot. And this goes up here. And here I had gotten this at the dollar store. And it says, "Love you with all my heart." And that's a mama and her baby girl at the beach. And of course we have to have a sandcastle. So I made a sandcastle tag. And these stripes are included as a background. I have 5 different backgrounds included in the kit for you. And I just added some string and some of those flowers and left some of the netting on the flower to give it some texture. And then I have some blank ones. I have not finished the journal yet. And here is a piece of stenciled paper that I had stenciled a while ago, and I wanted to use it. So I put it in here. I thought it was kind of all right to go in this page. And this seems to fit, I think, with the theme, the color. And this is included in the kit. And then I have some more cheesecloth and some more of that applique that I dyed. And then over here is a tag with the girl and the boy, and this is included in the collection. And I put some cheesecloth here on this shelled pocket. And then I have another vellum page that I had dyed, and I haven't done anything with that yet. And then over here I put kind of a pocket, side pocket, and I made a little tiny sandcastle and some algae, applique, vellum, and the castle. And here's a picture of a boy and a girl playing in the sand. And that could be a real boy and girl playing in the sand if you wanted to put your own pictures in. That's what's nice about journals. You can put your own pictures in. And then here's another fish graphic, and this is a pocket, so I put a tag in here. Now on this one, I cut all these little round circles off, and I just cut the, like, I consider them branches now, or vines with gold on them, and I glued them around the fish for a kind of like a seaweed effect. And I made it into a pocket. And then back here I have another pocket, which is included in the kit. There are pockets in the kit. And then I just made, I ripped a piece of watercolor, no, not watercolor, paper that I hand dyed, and I made it into a pocket. And here's another tag. Now this background paper is just paper I had. It's not in the kit. It was, I don't know where I got it from, but I did something to it, and it worked. So, and then there's the background. So that's it for this fun seaside beach journal. And what I wanted to show you is I forgot to put, I'm going to put these on in my journal, in this journal somewhere. Let me see, just quickly find a place. If I wanted to put this sandal here like that, I would say to myself, well, this is metal. How am I going to do it? I'm going to show you how you do it. Okay? We're going to take a piece of paper. First of all, you need glossy accent glue. Then you need some paper. Just gonna, and a 1/4 inch punch, hole puncher. Punch out some holes. I guess I got a few in there. At whatever size that will fit actually on your sandal. And you're going to take your glossy accent and you're going to, if you can get the paper apart, yeah, see there's two of them stuck together. And I'm going to glue that right onto the bottom of my sandal, like that. And I'm going to glue another one right here. And I'm going to let that dry, and then when it's dry I will glue it to my paper and it will stay. It will be very difficult to get it off. It will stay wherever I glue it, and I may not glue it there, but I'm just letting you know. Same thing for resin. These are glasses that I made out of resin, and if I want to, and I will since you're here, I will glue paper using my glossy accents to the back. Oh, I'm losing my cap there. And when this is dry, now I could use a bigger circle, you know, if I wanted to. But when this is dry, then I will also attach this to my journal. Okay, so that's it for me today, and I thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. And if you like this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up, and if you aren't subscribed, I hope you will subscribe. And I will be doing a lot more shorter videos with just projects. If I can figure out how to narrate over the video, I will do that and talk. But at this moment, I don't know how to do that on my video editor. So I'm doing the best I can with notes and like that, that you can, you know, text on the screen that you can follow, hopefully. So anyways, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have a great weekend. And I'll see you in the next video.